Hello, welcome back to Reads of an Apple. My name is Stacy, and I'm here to start something very new and different for me, and that is a reading slash crafting vlog for Drills and Chills 2023. Pretty excited about it. The event is hosted by Diamonds and Washi and Emerald and Fairy Lights. I will have them linked both down below. Now, you are getting a voiceover because when I started this vlog, I was just getting over a really bad sinus cold and lost my voice for several days. But I was feeling better and I was feeling crafty, so I decided, why not start the vlog and I can do a voiceover later. It's no big deal. This is the second year I will be participating in Drills and Chills. This witch diamond painting is the one I did for the first year back in 2020. Obviously, I never finished it. But this year, to qualify for the event and all previous years, you need to start something new. So I plan on doing this really cute Hello Fall kitty with the plaid sweater and the fall leaves diamond painting. It's super cute. I will have everything linked down below, like I said, and I'm very, very excited to get going. So this is my diamond painting container that has my witch already kitted up. This is the old style that I used to kit things up, but I do plan on kitting up slightly different compared to normal, and I'm going to try a new way. So I bought this nifty little thing. This is the new case that I'm going to use for the fall diamond painting. And then I got the Xyron sticker maker. And what I will show you in a moment is I printed out the legend for the fall kitty. And what I plan on doing is trimming it down, sticking it through the sticker maker. And then I will be able to label the top of the little plastic jars with the symbol, the DMC code, and the number of the color that it is. And then this is the fall leaf washi tape I plan on putting around the diamond painting while I'm working. So there we go. That is pretty much everything. The audiobook I'm listening to is Eragon by Christopher Paolini. My hold was on hold with the library for like 16 weeks, but it finally came in. So let's get to it. I am back. I am all kitted up. Things are ready to go. I've got my witch kit. I've got my new kit for the fall leaves with that gorgeous fall autumnal color vibes. I love it. I think the colors look great. The drills looked pretty good when I was doing them, and I'm super excited to get things going. I have the release paper put down. I have the washi tape around it. As you can tell, I already had the washi tape and witch done up, so I didn't do anything with that kitting up wise, but I did get my fall canvas prepped. This is the diamond pen I will be using from Amazon. This is one of my first ergonomics. I've got a little pad of just the red wax, and then I've got some lemon and basil scented putty from Randa's Crafty Corner. I'm sniffing it for you, but I can't smell right now because I'm sick, but it smells good. I can tell you from future and from previous past Daisy, it does smell good. An herby lemon. Now, as for Eragon, I did get an hour and 7 minutes in, which is only 7%, but I am enjoying it so far. Still, things are getting set up, but I'm excited to listen to more and to really get started on the diamond painting. So I will be back once I have started. Hello. Welcome back to my kitchen table. As you can hear, I have a voice again, finally. I'm still a little clogged up right here in my sinuses, but I'm mostly over my sickness, which is good. And I wanted to actually get to some diamond painting and listen to Eragon some more. So I am still just an hour-ish in. So I don't really have too much to say outside of the baby dragon is adorable. I want one. And I'm super excited to see where this goes. I am coming in blind. I know this is a favorite. I vaguely remember my brother, I think, read this book. Not the entire series, but my brother's not a big reader. But I feel like my brother read Eragon because he's 2 grades below me. So I feel like that was the popular kids book when he was slightly into reading. I wouldn't be surprised if my sister has read it because my sister reads about as much as I do, if not more at this point. But yeah, I'm super excited to dive back in and to see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna load up my pen here and get my audiobook and everything pulled up and rolling, and I will flip you down and we will see how much of this I show. My plan was to show all of the diamond painting. That was my goal, and to listen to Eragon and just see how much I could get through. Even if I do it super sped up though, I feel like this video is still going to be super long, which isn't a big deal. All of my videos are long because I can't stop talking, but this would be very long of just sped up diamond painting. So I might trim it and show maybe a little bit of the beginning and a little bit of the end of each session, kind of a thing, but we'll see what I end up doing. My plan is to at least film it all and go from there. So I've got my water. I've got my box of Kleenex. I've got my kits. I've got my presser. And I've got all of my diamond painting tools. So I'm going to get set up and I'm going to get to diamond painting, and I'm pretty excited because I haven't diamond painted in a while. I was thinking back and I thought that maybe the last time I was diamond painting was 2020 when I started that Witches for Drills and Chills 2020. But I know I have done since that point at least 2 different Christmas gifts that were diamond paintings. I don't know if they were in 2020. I feel like maybe one of them was a 2021 kit. So it has been a little bit since I've been diamond painting. If you are new and here just for the diamond painting, this channel is mostly book related things. It is my booktube channel, but I talk about everything in my life during my weekly vlogs. And I have been talking about how I've been really wanting to do diamond painting in specific. And I could tell because I have finalized my Christmas to make list, and there were quite a few diamond paintings that I want to make for people for Christmas. It's not mostly crochet this year. And then there is one new craft that I'm excited to try as well. So I think I'm going to stop talking. I can feel my voice already starting to give out, and it's only 4 minutes. So let's get to it. I'm pretty excited. Hello, we are back. Someone has decided she wants mommy to finish up and wants cuddles. Nice. But I have one color left for our first section, so I thought it would be fun to talk about where I am in the book and do this last final color here, if I can get to it around the kitty, but you saw earlier, she came up here like almost on the dot at 8:30 because it's time to feed her at 8:30. So I am about 4.5 hours into Eragon. I'm at 28%. So I'm enjoying this so far. I know that this is supposed to be younger fantasy, but I don't know exactly. I might have missed it if that was in the beginning thing, because I was kidding up, so I wasn't 100% as focused on what was going on. Because I was like actively doing other things. But it's hard to, I don't know how old exactly Eragon is. But I love his dragon. I love that his dragon is a girl dragon. Like, yes. Hi, can I help you? What is her name? Seraphine? Something like that. And I love that. There definitely seems vibes of either he's a second coming of an old elf named Eragon, or maybe it's like a family name. Because if I remember correctly, like that was the only thing his mom said when she like showed up to give birth to him, is to name him Eragon, if I remember correctly. So I wonder if that's a family name and if he's half elven or what exactly is going on. They just got to this village and like horrendous like mass murder of all these people by Urgway, something like that. Some sort of monstrous creature who we saw in the beginning chapter was fighting elves. And I think they were fighting maybe over the egg, or that was like back in history. That's the one thing, is when I start a fantasy book and I listen to it via audio, a lot of like the headings and the like time frame and like ages and things like that I miss, but that's okay. But look, that was a lot shorter than I thought. I should have done the last two colors. There was a lot less of number 9 than I thought, but number 9 is this pretty yellow. But I'm enjoying it so far. We have, Eragon's cousin moves away, which I'm glad at least his cousin didn't die. And then his uncle dies. And now he's traveling with the local storyteller, there's more to him than meets the eye. So I'm almost wondering if he is like a former dragon rider or a trainer, or what exactly Braun's story is. Like, I'm very, very intrigued. You were just purring up a little kitty storm. As you saw earlier, I had to go get some tea. So, in honor of dragons, I have my Manon and Abraxas mug. So this is Sarah J. Maas' Throne of Glass, if you didn't know that. And I made some pumpkin tea. I thought, I'll do my Wicked Teas. It's the Wicked Teas is what it's called. It's by Adagio. I will link them down below. They usually have Halloween fall ones, so I did pumpkin potion. I'm almost out of my Halloween teas. I have one more left in this for another cup. But what's super cute is these all have fun little extras in them. And I don't know if you can tell, but those little orange flecks are pumpkin sprinkles that give it just a touch of sweetness. But it's so good. I have 1 cup left of the bat one, and then I have 1 cup left of Monster Mash. And then I'm out of my Halloween specialties from Adagio, so I might have to get more. But I know I have some of their fall teas as well left over from last year that I left sealed that were my favorites. But Adagio is my favorite tea company, if you did not know. I cannot wait to see what their advent calendar is this year. But I get their loose leaves. It's my favorite. And then I did want to go get, I have a paperweight with a Harry Potter quote. So that also was kind of fitting the fantasy themes, but it's also the only paperweight I have, but I wanted it because it has a good, nice heft to it. But now we're sitting over here. Oh my gosh. What am I going to do with you? What time is it? 10:30. Wow. I was over here a lot longer than I expected. About 3 hours, which is crazy. So this section took about 3 hours, but now that I turned off the light, I think it looks great, and we have a leaf. It looks a lot different sitting this close to it, but looking in the frame up there, it looks awesome. So I'm pretty happy with how far I got. It took a lot longer time than I expected. There definitely is a little bit of a learning curve now that to this putty. I kept getting it stuck in if I wasn't doing, I have a 9 placer. That's kind of my default placer, is the 9 placer, because I can do like 3 on one side and 3 on the other side, and I can do like 2 smaller groups on each end. and then I'll do like one single, and then I can place like 3 different sections at once, which is really nice. But the putty is definitely a little more stickier than I'm used to. But it's definitely going to be a little bit of a learning curve. I am a little disappointed with the background being that black letter, like it's a very black. So I can see little bits, and it's the letter N, and that's what this whitish cream, I think technically it's an ecru in the DMC. But I can see like tips of the letter N, and I wish it would have been a smaller symbol maybe instead of a letter, because these have to be exactly perfect. Like there's not very much leeway to not see the little tips of the ends in any direction, which is unfortunate, but you can't really tell too much from far away. But I'm pretty excited. And this was also the largest square, I think, as well, height-wise, because it was a full sheet of release paper. Pretty much. And these other ones have some overlap. So, but I wanted to start here. I think my plan is I'd like to do the kitty last. So what I might do is come down. And so this will be the ear of the kitty. And then this was the hello fall. And then the scarf that's like being blown in the wind. And then I'll come up top and do the ear. Or maybe I'll go down and I'll come over and do the scarf. And then I'll do the ear. And then I'll do these 2 sections maybe. But I want to do this one, the little face, last. Or maybe I'll just go into you. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I decide. But I definitely want to do the kitty portion, the other half of this in the second half. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited how far I got. I'm going to somewhat get things up and put away, just in case the kitty decides she wants to come up here and play on the table during the day. I don't think she would. She's only ever come up here if I'm over here and she wants something. I do one other thing. I only have my little boats out. I do have some larger of the like ones that come with kits, and I think at some point I got like with one of something, I got like a pen or maybe even this. When I bought this, it came with like extra diamond painting boats, and I have a couple larger size ones. If I'm using these cheap ones, I like to just use the little ones, but I've definitely looked at a lot of the 3D printed ones, and there's 2 that are Drills and Chills event sponsors and like themed. One of them is by Bijou Bliss, and it's this really pretty gray blue that has a black cat sitting on the moon. That's really gorgeous, and that one is still in stock and comes in a couple sizes. And I was like, oh, we'll see what the design is, and it's a cat, so on theme, right? And then the cat proof trays is also cat themed. It's an orange, like a bright pumpkin orange color, and it has like a cat face jack-o'-lantern on it. But I saw that it's sold out, which is unfortunate. I've been looking at cat proof trays for a while, but every time I remember to check their website, they're always sold out of everything. So I'm not sure. I know that these are both small businesses, but I hope that the Drills and Chills one comes back in stock, because I thought that was super cute. But I definitely think I'm going to get the Bijou Bliss one, especially because I have a lot of color blocking. Like I had to use 4 tubs for the black or the white background. And it'd be nice for when I am doing some color blocking to have a larger tray. But I'm interested to try the 3D printed trays, because outside of the pretty colors and the designs. I feel like maybe the lines in it might be taller or just kind of help organize it a little bit better. So I definitely am intrigued to try one, and I think I might have to get that Bijou Bliss one, but I'll have to look at it. I might do that tonight, is when I'm laying in bed, play around on Etsy and see what's going on there and how much they are again. Since I got my car back today, and it ended up being a little bit less than they were thinking. So the money I had set aside for my car repairs, I can splurge and spend like 10-15 of it on a nice diamond painting tray, I think. And that'd be perfect. And it'd be nice to have one nice diamond painting tray just to see how it is and if it really does make a difference, at least use-wise, to these. So I'm intrigued about that. So, plus it's super cute, and like I said, it has a cat on it. And that's just in theme. I mean, they both are cat themes. And I hope that the cat-proof tray ones also comes back, whether it's the Drills and Chills or something else. I signed up for their newsletter again because I feel like I sign up for it every time I'm on their website, but I've never seen the newsletter. But the only social media I saw they had linked was Facebook, and I don't use Facebook anymore. I still technically have it, but I don't ever open it. So I don't know. At one point I used to just do my crochet groups on there, and then I even got away from that because it was just so much all the time, and a lot of the groups I was a part of just got so big. And I know I'm in a lot of author groups as well that I like to support, but I don't have time to be on Facebook. It's bad enough everything else that's going on that I try to keep up with. But anyway, this has devolved into ramblings about who knows what, which, if you see my weekly vlogs, is pretty much the norm for me. So I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to set things aside. I'll probably move this a touch over because I left this one open. So I want to cover that one little row just to be on the safe side. There. All right, now it overlaps a little bit, and that'll help with cat hair, which is my biggest problem with diamond paintings, is cat hair, which doesn't help when she's sitting right here on it, but that's fine. She's cute. I'll allow it. She turns 22 in like a month and a half? 2 months? No, almost 2 months exactly. She turns 22. So you know what? I just kind of let her do what she wants. And I know she's getting old, so I try to enjoy her when I have her. And even if she's being annoying, I'm like, you're cute. You're annoying, but you're cute. So I'll allow it. But okay, I'm going to stop rambling at you, and I will see you maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. Who knows what I'll try to do here. I definitely have some crocheting that I've been trying to work on. I have some reading, like physical reading I need to get through I need to get through book club books for not this upcoming weekend, but the following weekend, maybe. Or maybe it is this weekend. Yeah, I think it might be this weekend. So yeah, I have to get through 2 books by this weekend for book club, because we're reading book 3 for book club, and I hadn't read the series. So anyway, I'll see you soon. Hello, we are back at it. I just had a group friend chat live stream thing, and instead of just sitting somewhere and watching it, I was like, oh, so I took out my diamond painting, and I'm working on this tonight. But now that is over, I think what I'm going to do is I need to read physically tonight. I need to finish the book I'm currently reading, and then I need to pick up the third book in that series. I'm reading the second book right now because I have book club on book 3 tomorrow. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop on Eragon and I'm going to try to read a little bit. I'm just going to try to finish the square that I'm currently working on. So I'm not going to worry about filming it for this clip. I'll just, I'll do a little clip to show you where we're at. But so I have so this is the second block that you can see where the kitty ear is. So I've been working on this block here. So I have the rest of the white here for the color block of the black background. And then I have that one leaf and then the top of the hello. And then I have the kitty's ear. So I'm going to finish this. Most of this has been what I'm doing tonight. And with this color blocking, it's going super quick. This huge chunk is only taking me about an hour. The next colors will be little bits, but it'll be a lot of changing colors. It's not quite super confetti, but it's like light confetti, I guess. But so hopefully less than an hour, maybe half an hour. We'll see, but I'm going to pick back up Eragon and continue working. But I'm feeling good. I got some good progress. I'm not super duper set up though, because I have, my sister is coming over tomorrow and we're gonna, try to finish the last couple campaigns of our case, which is a board game. We started it this past Sunday and we got through like half of the campaign, and then she ended up calling me Wednesday night. Hi. Shortly after I got home from work, and she was just like, hey, I don't work tomorrow, or I work super late tomorrow because I'm closing. If we want to hang out tonight and play more. So she ended up coming over Wednesday and playing our case, and then she's gonna come over tomorrow and we're gonna hopefully finish the main campaign story, which is super fun. Hi, you are coming to stand in the way, aren't you? But yeah, so that'll be tomorrow, so I'll have to make sure that I get things cleaned up so we can have the table for playing our case, but I'm pretty excited for it. Hi. I have a kitty over here who's decided she wants attention. Hello. Say hi to everybody. I'm the one screaming. Yeah. Oh gosh, you're knocking stuff over. I'm going to move stuff here. But yeah, so I just wanted to do a little bit of an update. I haven't really done much diamond painting this week. I'm still a little kind of mucusy, but overall I feel pretty good. And I'm mostly over my cold. This just could be my normal allergies, which I have at this time of year anyway, so I might just be officially over my cold. It's just hard to know, but anyway, I'm going to stop blabbering at you. I'm going to get to finishing this section here, and I will check back in to let you know where we're sitting and give you an update of what a quarter-ish of it looks done up. So I will see you very shortly. I have a kitty sitting on what I was going to show you. So I just finished. So it is just over an hour later, and she's being annoying because her dinner time is in 17 minutes. So it is almost dinner time for her. Can you scooch off of this? So we are pretty much a quarter of the way through. Super cute. I'm super pleased with how it's turning out. And I wasn't too sure, like up close, there's quite a few colors in, oh my gosh. Blue Fuzz just popped in this because she has a toy that has blue feathers. And so now there's Feather Fuzz on it that's blue, but, so there we go. Hello, fall. Hello, kitty. Oh, I'm super pleased. I'm super pleased with how it's turning out so far. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm having a lot of fun. I am still a little, it's kind of hard to tell, like it looks good, I feel like, in the camera, which is how most people would see it, but I don't know if you can tell up close in the white. You can kind of see a little bit of, oh my gosh, she's rubbing her face on it, the black leftovers from the lettering. These drills are just a touch, like they have to be 100% to cover everything, but I feel like they're a touch maybe too small, but I'm still really, really happy with it. And I'm excited to get a quarter of the way through. My goal was to get this finished by the end of the month, which I think should definitely be doable. And then I can work on finishing. I still have my witch over here, so I've got the witch to do too, which is super great. But I think my goal for Drills and Chills is to finish this one and finish my witch one. And then I might see, I saw Michael's has some Halloween exclusive ones with some glow in the dark. There's one that's like a huge skull, which I could change what I'm making my sister for Christmas into that, because she's super into skulls and bones. She went to school to be a forensic anthropologist, so she's like super into that. And she has a bunch of like skeleton knickknacks and a skeleton table and things like that. So I might end up getting that one, but there's also a really cool, like, I liked the bats over like the moon with some glow in the dark. So I don't know. I saw that they might be going on sale here soon. So I might try to pick up one of those. And then it would also be licensed for Drills and Chills. However, I think this one, my fall kitty, it's not a licensed artwork, but from what I could tell, it's a copyright free artwork, which should still work. But it's not like an officially licensed because it's copyright free. So we'll see, but I'm having fun. It's been a while since I've done diamond painting, but now that I've got my setup kind of figured out, I've got my cart loaded up for easy takedown and put away, since we've been doing board gaming, like I said. It definitely, I've gotten into the flow. I've gotten used to this new style of kitting up, which is super nice. And I'm also, outside of the size, I wish the size of the drills were a lot bigger. This, it's kind of hard to tell. That is all I have for trash-wise. And I don't think I had any trash that first night. So there's a couple that are like, there's extra resin. The drills aren't uniform. And then there's a couple of the little like sprue, almost like crumbs, but that's it. And so I'm pretty pleased with that there isn't that much trash so far as well, for being a quarter of the way through. But things are moving along great. I'm definitely enjoying this way of kitting up. I was thinking I might change the way that I have the witch kitted up, because it's definitely nice to have the number and the letter or whatever symbol is on the actual drill field on these, like whatever container I'm using. Whereas my other one, I kitted up in my old style, which I know I went over at the beginning. But they're all just numbered. And then it's like I have to look at, okay, what number is like on this one, because I don't have it kitted up. So when I'm working on a section, I have to look at what over here, the table says, and then I have to, okay, so then look at the thing, look at the number, then pull the number and go from there. But it's definitely a lot easier for me to look at a section and be like, oh, this is number 1 on the drill field, and then be able to just pull it out of my kit based on the number. So I definitely think that has improved my quickness, definitely has made changing colors out super quick for me, and I might be doing some changing up of how this one is kitted up, but I already have them done, so I might just do the sticker thing, and then I'll just put stickers on the jars that are already kitted up and then finish it out like that, which is super good. So we'll see. I mean, I'm pretty happy with how things are going, and I just turned my light pad on. So okay, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. It's almost time, like I said, for her dinner, so I'll go get that going. And then I think I'm going to read physically the rest of the night. As for Eragon, we should talk about Eragon a touch. I am now 35% of the way through. So I got about 8% in, which isn't bad. So 8% in about an hour. I am still leaving it on 1.25. I could definitely turn it up. It is a touch slow for me right now, but there's still so many new names of like magical creatures and magic and things like that that I'm keeping it slowed down for now, so I can really kind of drill the names of different places and the magical creatures into my head and remember, so I can better remember what's going on name wise. That's the only bad thing about doing fantasy books by audio, is I pick them up so much quicker when I read them physically, but I think it's definitely starting to stick when I'm listening to it. But if I was talking to somebody about it, I'm definitely like, they're hunting down that one type of creature, but I can't remember what that's called. So the retention isn't there when I'm not actively like talking or working on something. So I don't know, but I'm enjoying it. It seems like Eragon has magic. So Brahm is teaching Eragon magic. Seraphina, the dragon, was very like adamant, like, you are going to ride me. If you're going to be a dragon rider, you have to learn how to ride me, your dragon. So she's forcing him to every other day ride her, and then the other days he can ride the horse and work on magic and training with Brahm. And I'm still super intrigued by Brahm and his history. I definitely want to know more. But it's got almost like, maybe not quite as montage, but definitely is giving like a training, traveling montage kind of feel that is definitely like, especially Fellowship of the Ring-esque, where there's a lot of traveling and they're talking and they're training and they're learning things, but we're traveling from town to town and dealing with different things. So it's definitely kind of giving me Fellowship of the Ring vibes with all the traveling, which I'm here for. I mean, Tolkien is the godfather of all fantasy. So yeah, I'm having fun and I'm enjoying it. And yeah, I'm actually getting to a point where like I'm making good progress on the diamond painting, and I'm making good progress in Eragon, where even I have to read physically for my next book club books, but then the next book club book, I might see if I can find an audiobook for it, because I am definitely having a lot of fun. And now that things are set up, like I said, and it's easy setup, take down, and kind of storage situation, I feel like it'll be a lot easier for me to sit down for an hour or two, work on a square, and listen to an audiobook, if not longer, and just enjoy my evenings. So now that I got this set up, I'm having a lot of fun. And part of me is like, do I change all of my Christmas presents to diamond paintings because I'm having so much fun with it right now? But I think I am going to still kind of leave it the mix of stuff. But I'm just having a lot of fun right now. And I know I've said that like a billion times in the last minute, but I am. I have nothing else to say outside of I'm having fun right now. So I'm going to stop talking at you. And I'm going to kind of somewhat get things cleaned up. And then I'm going to go let's see. It's about 8:30, so I'm gonna, you know what? Screw it. It's a Friday night. I don't care. I think I might go and get into PJs after I feed Cheese, and then I think I really want to keep dynamite painting, but I need to finish my book, my physical book. So my Kindle says I have 2.5 hours left in that. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna read that and finish that, and then maybe I'll finish my book club book, or I'll start the third book in this series, which is my book club book for tomorrow. So we'll see, but I think I'm going to leave it at that. So I will see you hopefully in the next day or so. I think I definitely want to, at the very least, maybe Sunday night, do some more diamond painting. I think what I might do, since I have my setup done up and I liked that I was able to work on my diamond painting while doing the live show earlier today, that I think I might, during book club, it's via Zoom, work on that during book club tomorrow. But I might pick up the witch and work on the witch one, and then I'll keep, because I won't be listening to Eragon, although I already did part of the kitty without listening to Eragon, because I did it during the live show today. Okay, never mind. I was like, I want to listen to Eragon and only work on the cat, but I've already messed that up. So we're gonna keep moving on the kitty. And I think I'll work on that during book club tomorrow night on because book club's on Zoom, and then I'll go from there. But I mean, this just might be my new thing, is listen to podcasts, or during live shows work on this, and then if they're reading sprints, I can do the audiobook while I'm working on this. But I've been wanting to get really crafty for a while now, and I have done some crocheting, but I wanted something different, and this is just really hitting the spot. And I'm happy that I'm finally kind of getting back into diamond painting, especially because I have a lot of diamond paintings in my craft room that I would like to do. But I also I need to put together my to-do list for this weekend, because I need to build my bookshelf to get my other stacks of board games put away. So I don't know. I might also listen to Eragon and work on some other things. But like I said, I also have podcasts I need to catch up on. So we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do. But now that we're at 13 minutes, I'm going to stop talking. And I will see you all hopefully very soon. Hello. So I'm back at my table. I'm on the end, though. I've got the Bronco game going on my TV over there. Go Broncos. Ish. I didn't even bother to watch the opening game last week. That tells you how much I have faith in the Broncos and Russell Wilson. But that's neither here nor there. But I wanted to do an update, because I figured while the Bronco game is on, I'm going to put on some podcasts. And so I can kind of pay attention to both things going on and work on my diamond painting. However, there's been a lot of progress made. So last night was the Buzzing book club, and so I did that last night. And while book club was on, I was like, oh, I'll work on my diamond painting. And then afterwards, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do one more section. I'm gonna finish one more section, and I just wanted to diamond paint and hang out. My sister was over all day yesterday during the day, and we finally finished the campaign of our case. So I was like, you know what? I haven't listened to any of my Big Brother podcasts from Friday or Saturday for the live feed updates. I was like, I just want to listen to my podcast, and I just want to diamond paint. And I've been really wanting to diamond paint, but I'm like, I have physical books that I've been needing to read and stuff. So I have not been letting myself diamond paint, but I want to diamond paint. And so last night I was like, I want to diamond paint. I'm going to diamond paint. And so that's what I did. And then today I was like, I'm going to diamond paint during the Broncos game. I've got my last load of laundry in the dryer. I have most of my other chores done for the day. I still want to kind of organize my board games, but I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to at least start out listening to the game and a podcast. And then after the game, the local Altitude Sports Radio is the local radio station that I listen to, the Colorado-based one, because they do like the Avalanche and the Nuggets and the Mammoth and everything. But they do a post-game huddle show on the radio after every Bronco game, and I love listening to that. Andy Lindahl is not hosting it anymore, which I'm sad about, but I'm still excited to listen to all the fans call in and talk about the game. Yep, and we're about halfway through the first quarter, so already time is getting away from me. But I wanted to sit down and do some diamond painting while I do all of that. So last night, I officially got to 50%. I finished the bottom 2 sections during book club, and then I wanted to finish the bottom one. So we have the start of the scarf, which is great if I do this. There we go. Now we won't have shadows on it. So I am officially halfway through, which is perfect. And we have the cute ear, and the letters look great and legible. I was nervous because the scarf is very confetti heavy. But now that I'm seeing it like zoomed out in the camera, it looks so good, the plaid. So I am pretty happy with how it is turning out. I feel like I'm definitely going to get this one done, and then I can get my little framing and I will put it up for fall, and I'm excited to have it hanging up. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick update. I haven't really read much of Eragon. Like I said, I was doing book clubs and podcasts and stuff. So same kind of thing today. But I definitely do want to still read more of Eragon. So maybe later on tonight, once I get caught up on stuff, maybe I'll do a little bit more and listen to Eragon. Or I might just put Eragon on while I fold laundry. So I can at least get some progress done in that, but we will see what happens. But I wanted to show you, we're halfway through this diamond painting. I love it. So yeah, I'm going to take the game off, unmute. I'm going to pull up my podcast, and I'm going to get to working. So I will see you shortly with hopefully a good update. I'll try to do an update after the end of the game. So we will see. Hello. So I am just wrapping up for this evening. I kind of want to do more, but I think I'm going to stop here for today. So I watched kind of ish, not really watched the Broncos game, which is a good thing because they are not doing good at all this year. We're only 2 games in, and I'm just already over it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Russell Wilson, and it started out good, and then it was like that first quarter, kind of ish the first half, they played pretty well. And then it was like they turned into a completely different team once again. They ended up losing by 2 points. They had like a 21-3 or something. They had like an 18-point lead at some point, and then they ended up losing. So, that's just pretty par and course. And it's just really disappointing, because I feel like the same things are happening over and over and over. And the culture's not there. There's no leadership in the locker room. A lot of the leaders have been traded away or have just left and weren't renewed. And I'm not impressed with Russell Wilson. I think it's time. But, I wasn't impressed with them signing Russell Wilson in the first place. So anyway, that was fun, but I did get quite a bit done, and then I listened to a couple of my podcasts, and then I watched this week's the week 3 drills and trills videos and entered into the giveaways for those. And then after the game and after my post-game no huddle show, I went back to my ebook, or my audiobook, not my ebook. So I went back to Eragon, but I am now 46% of the way through, which is perfect. I got about 10% of the way in. I think my audiobook is due back soon. So I'm going to have to really kind of try to work through as much as I can. But I also, like I mentioned, I just listened to podcasts yesterday, so I got caught up in a lot of my podcasts. So during the work week, I should be able to maybe pop on Eragon, or I will just kind of focus on that in the afternoon. But yeah, I have some physical reading I need to do. I have another book club book this week, and then I have an arc that I totally spaced that is coming out later this week. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I have those 2 books I need to pick up and start working on. But that's beside the point. As for Eragon, like I said, I only got 10% of the way in. We're reaching the 50% mark, which is interesting, but we're starting to learn more about Braun and how he was a part of this other faction, maybe possibly working with dwarves or the elves themselves. And he was a part of the original group that tried to steal these dragon eggs from the king and stole the one. And somehow, when the egg was being magically sent to Braun for safekeeping, something happened and Eragon found the egg in the spine. So he is the official first person and the trigger of the new generation of dragon riders, and there's 2 eggs that we know about that the king has. So that's pretty exciting. We're learning more. The Urgles wanted to talk with him for some reason, which I'm intrigued. But Eragon, of course, attacked the Urgles and they flew away. So who knows what's going to come with that situation. He had his fortune told, and then there was a werecat. I mean, werecat, hello. That is right up my, dragons and cats. Okay, I'm here for it. So I am definitely enjoying it. I think I mentioned this earlier, but my plan is to listen to the audiobook more while I fold laundry tonight. And then Big Brother is also on at 9 o'clock or something. So I'll have a little bit of time until Big Brother's on. So I'm going to try to finish folding laundry and listen to the audiobook more. But you're probably mostly here to see my diamond painting. I don't know. Are you from the reader? Are you from the booktube side? Or are you from the diamond painting side of YouTube? Whatever side you're here for, you probably want to see my diamond painting. So I got another 2 sections done, which is bonkers. But there we go. That is what we're at. So we got the paw and the bottom of the face and the whiskers and the rest of the scarf. So we officially have Hello Fall. It looks decent in the camera, but I don't know if you can tell, but some of these browns are actually kind of like greens, which I wasn't too sure of. But at a distance, I don't mind it. It's just up close. I'm like, why is that green? But I think it looks okay. And maybe now I can see the green because I'm looking for it. But I think the next section I'm going to do is this top section. All of this is going to be white color blocking for the background and then the ear. And then I'm going to save the kitty face for the last one because why not? But I'm just flying through it and I'm pretty happy. So I am very excited to kind of see what's going to happen next. I definitely want to frame it. I think what I might do is seal it and then do just one of those magnetic frames, and then I can maybe switch out diamond painting seasonally depending on what's going on with it. So we will see, but that's in the future. So right now I think I'm gonna stop for the evening and we will see. So we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I already have plans on Friday night this week. So maybe I'll try to do 1 brick on Monday and 1 brick on Tuesday. Maybe. But I know I have book clubs this week, so maybe I'll save 1 for that. But I also have my witch I can get back to, which is from Drills and Chills 2020. So that would be good to get that one done. But we'll see what happens. I'm definitely rolling along with it, and I'm having a lot of fun, as you could tell. I definitely, after I get these 2 done, I might pick up a new, a Halloween one for this year, for 2023. Or I might just switch over. I have a couple diamond paintings I want to work on for Christmas presents, so I might just switch over to those, even though they don't really fit Drills and Chills per se. but just keep up with listening to audiobooks and diamond painting. I also have some crochet projects that I could get to. So I want to try to, after I get through my drills and shells stuff, cycle through my crafts so I don't get burnt out on any one. Crocheting would be nice because I could sit on the couch or sit a little bit more comfortable instead of as long at the table. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. You know, like crafting is pain. But I'm just so happy with how it is turning out. I think it's utterly adorable and I think it's perfect. And I'm glad that I'm actually like doing good at staying in it. I think definitely doing audiobooks has helped. I was listening to a lot of podcasts and stuff when I started this one for Drills and Shells 2020, but I'm pretty excited to finish it. So there is a kitty on this one too, because if you couldn't tell, I am a cat person. There's a kitty at the tip of the witch's broom. So the rest of this one is, there's like some trees and some like night shadow things. We've got the rest of the moon. So, and then it'll be like the orange mist kind of sunset kind of a vibe. So I'm super excited. It's been forever since I've looked at this one outside of with the release paper on it. So I'm pretty excited to like remember what it looks like once it's all done up, which might sound silly to say, but I'm excited. I am ready to kind of get back to diamond painting. I say this. I don't know what I'm saying. What am I even saying anymore? But it's just so cute and it looks so great. And the sparkle on it is perfect. I think it looks nice and sparkly. And I am super pleased with how this is turning out. So if I didn't mention it before, I definitely will link the kitty down below if you would like to purchase it as well. I don't know if this witch one is even still available because I bought it back in 2020. I might have even bought it before 2020. I just started it in 2020. So, because that's the thing, you know, you have, it's like books. There's collecting books and then there's actually reading the books and then there's collecting craft supplies, yarn, diamond paintings, and then there's actually like doing whatever craft you collect. And I am definitely a collector, as you could probably tell from the board games behind me as well. But I don't know. I'm just really enjoying life right now. And it's nice because I got all of my chores done today. And then I got some good progress on the diamond painting. And I've listened to more to the audiobook. And I've caught up on my podcasts. And even though I spent all day yesterday playing board games with my sister and then book club, I feel like I've done like stuff productively this weekend, which is nice because like there are weekends where I've done a lot and I've gotten my to-do list done, but I feel like I didn't get to do anything fun, any crafting, any good reading outside of audiobooks maybe while I was doing it. But I feel like, I don't know, I just was very time efficient this weekend with what I was doing, would be the best way to say, which doesn't always happen. But I don't know. I'm just happy with myself right now. And I'm happy with the diamond painting. And I'm happy to be crafting and listening to audiobooks. And despite the Broncos' horrendous loss, it's okay. Hockey is right around the corner. They are doing rookie camps. This week starts like real practice camps. Preseason is right around the corner. October starts hockey. I cannot wait. But yeah, I love fall. I love this time of year. I feel like this time of year is when I always kind of feel better about life in my situation and just life in general. Despite the fact that there's a lot of really sad anniversaries. Like my mom's death anniversary is in less than a week, and there's a lot that happens that could be sad. But I am a big fall and winter person, so this is where I feel like I am more active, I have more energy, I get more things done, I have more drive to do things in my life, so I don't know. This was not where I was expecting this clip to go, but I'm going to stop there. And yeah, I will update you hopefully tomorrow on Monday. We'll see. But next time I sit down and do some time in painting, I will definitely update you and let you know what is going on with the painting. And if I make some good progress on Eragon, I'll let you know as well there. So I will see you shortly. Hello. I am back. Happy Monday. It has been a busy evening. It is just about 11 o'clock p.m., obviously. So, yeah, I came home. I had some video stuff to upload and metadata and things like that. I got that taken care of. I made dinner. I ended up making some hot pudding because I was really craving hot pudding. So I made a little batch of hot pudding, which was super yummy. I just did like extra vanilla in it, but it was so good. And I've been listening to Eragon this evening, and then I was sat down about 8:30-ish to do some diamond painting. So we'll do a quick update, then we'll talk a little bit about Eragon, and then we'll talk about what my plans are for the rest of the night, which isn't quite going to bed yet. So here's where I'm at. I did the top part. So we have both ears done. So here's how far we've gotten. We are almost done. All we have left is the little kitty face, and I cannot wait. So we are almost done. I'm so excited about it. I'm super duper. So I am really happy. I'm excited to get the kitty done, and I just want to get it done tonight, I think. And then I can move over to my witch, and then we can go from there. The witch technically won't qualify for any of the drills and chills stuff because I didn't start it during this event, at least in 2023, but it'll be fun to finally get it done because that was one I started in 2020. So yeah, it'll be fun to kind of move on. That one's a darker one, obviously, but yeah. But I'm pretty happy with how the ear came out. This one had a little bit more of confetti in it, but I think it looks okay. I think it looks good. It's still a little funky, like up close when you see all of the color changes, but in the camera and from afar, I think it looks pretty cute. But I am loving the way that this is turning out. I definitely have had a little bit more trash. We're up to this now. So, I mean, it's still not bad at all. And some of these, like, there's a couple, like, bright purple drills in there, which are not from this set. I have found some mismatched drills. A lot of the times, though, it's the one that's the color either right before it or right after it. But I found some, like, darker, like, bright purples that are not in this color scheme at all, so I don't know where those drills came from. And instead of trying to match them to my DMC chart that I have, I was like, I'm just gonna trash it. It's fine. But anyway, so yeah, that is my plan, is the rest of the night. But part of my plan is because, like I said, I have really been listening to Eragon. That is mostly what I've been doing tonight. I did eat when I ate dinner. I did watch another episode of Below Deck Down Under. I'm trying to catch up on that, but otherwise I've just been listening to Eragon tonight, and oh my god, it is so good. I'm at 87%. I have just over 2 hours, but with the speed I'm listening at, I think I have like an hour and 20 minutes left. So I was like, I want to finish Eragon tonight, and then I want to finish the diamond painting. So I'm going to push through. I'm going to finish both tonight, and then we will go from there. That means I'm going to be up a little bit later than typical, at least up doing stuff, but I probably won't read in bed or like, you know, spend too much time winding down, since I am feeling a little bit tired, but I want to get it done and I want to push through and finish it. Then I can hopefully get this flag up earlier than I was expecting to, which would be super fun. Plus it'll mean I finally finished another book this month. So as for Eragon, A lot has happened. A lot has happened. Obviously, I feel like 40 something percent since we last updated. Lots more traveling. Lots more traveling. We traveled across the desert. We met Murtagh, and which I think is why people started rereading the series recently, because I think Murtagh's book is going to be coming out soon-ish, maybe, and that's why a lot of people were rereading the series. I know. I can't remember if it is Murtagh's book or if it's a similar enough name that I'm placing that, but I know, like, I am reading this because Jen and Crystal were reading it, who is the book Refuge and Crystal's Bookish Life. But they started rereading the series, and I was like, I've never read it before, so it was kind of ish buddy read along with them, but not with them because they're multiple books ahead of me now, because I was waiting for the audiobook hold to come in from my library, which took forever. But I feel like it's also kind of taking forever because a lot of people are rereading it, or listening to the series for the first time because this new book is coming out. So I'm not 100% sure if it's Murtagh. I didn't look too much into it because I don't want to spoil myself. But so we met Murtagh. We lost Bronn. That was really sad. That was really sad. I kind of felt like it was coming because when we got the like fortune teller talking to Eragon, she had mentioned that there was going to be a death, and I was like, it's Bronn. I was like, clocking that. But I didn't expect it to come as quick as it did. So I was just like, okay. So then we had them running from the Razaks, and then the king, and then Eragon gets captured. But he's been having dreams about this woman in prison, and when he gets captured, he ends up in the same prison as this woman who's an elf. And so when he is breaking himself out / Murtagh and the dragon, oh my god, I just can't believe I just lost her name. Seraphina? Saphira, that's right, because it's kind of like a sapphire. I don't know why. I just completely blanked on that. But they're coming to rescue him, but he's breaking out at the same time. But he rescues her, and then they finally make their way to the Voltar, something like that, who is basically like this group of people who are against the Empire and the Bad King. And we have a lot more training happening, and Eragon is just getting so much more confident in himself and powerful in himself, but he's also kind of having to learn how to do his thing politically, which is really interesting to see, and just kind of really reconciling with his position in this world, and that he's, gonna have to choose a side, and he's going to have to be dealing with all of these different cultural factions in the world. Hi. So I'm enjoying it. I'm super enjoying it. We've met the elf, but she was like poisoned. So she put herself in this like stasis kind of thing. So to keep the poison from like killing her as quick if she was like alive. So we still haven't like fully met her. He's met her in dreams. And then Eragon was able to talk mind to mind with her once just to kind of figure out what's going on, because she wouldn't wake up, and it was like 5 days or something crazy. Hi. But I am hoping that, oh really, we get to see her alive. I do know that there is a romance in here, but it's not obviously a central point, so I feel like she might be a romance. And also part of Eragon's like fortune was that he would fall in love with or marry or something, someone of noble birth. So I'm guessing, I think her name's Arya, something with an A, something similar, something kind of like that. Why are you covering me in your kitty scent? Do I belong to you? Oh, okay. Wait. My goodness. So I'm wondering, and like I said, so I don't know if Eragon is also going to be the main character in the next book, if we're switching to somebody else. Like I said, I haven't looked at any of them. I think I've seen some of the book covers just with the like overall basic color scheme with the dragon heads on them, but I don't know the names. I haven't looked at any of the blurbs. I haven't even looked at any of the covers, specifically once I started reading this, just to kind of keep myself as blind as I could coming into them. This is definitely giving me, it's not exactly the same, but I kind of mentioned this, I feel like, in one of my previous clips, but I'm getting similar vibes to like the first time I read Lord of the Rings, or even the first time I watched Lord of the Rings, the movie. Just the happiness and the coziness and the enjoyment of being in like a new fantasy world and having it just be so gripping and present in your brain. And I mean, nothing will top Lord of the Rings for me. That is like top tier. I mean, Tolkien is the godfather of fantasy, especially like high fantasy, but I'm getting similar vibes, and I am liking that I'm getting similar vibes if it's not like a slightly younger vibe. But that is okay, and I wasn't expecting that. I know this series is really loved, but I wasn't 100% sure what I would be getting myself into with it being, knowing I was going into something YA and really YA. I feel like the Sarah J. Maas books I've read that are considered YA, they do feel YA, but we're still dealing with a lot of heavy topics. Not that Eragon isn't, but it feels more like new adult that's like intentionally slightly changed to fit YA. This one definitely feels more YA. Although as we're coming to the end of this book, I definitely feel like we've gone on this growth of Eragon, both physically, maturity-wise, emotional-wise, magic-wise, and so that's pretty fun. So I'm enjoying it a lot, obviously. So I'm excited to listen to this last little bit. I'm intrigued to see how this book is going to end. I feel like us facing the big evil king is probably like a series ending event and not something that we would do in this book necessarily, but who knows? So, I mean, you probably do. You've probably read the book before. So I choke on cat hair in my mouth. But yeah, I'm excited to dive back in and finish it and see what happens. I am loving. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. Nice. I am loving Saphira though. She is sassy and she like will give Eragon the what for. And I just love it. She's like not afraid to sass back at him or just be like, you're being stupid. Like, no, we're not going to do that. Or there's a different way that we could do this. Or were you even paying attention to these lessons the prom was giving you? I just love her. I love her to death. She's definitely one of my favorite dragon characters. I mean, I still love Abraxas, but you know, he's like our sweet summer dragon who's forced to be this war. I guess technically he's a wyvern, but he's just like, he just wants to play in the wildflowers in the mountains, but he's forced to be this like war creature. And there's like completely different vibes, but I'm here for it and I love it. So I'm going to get things moved out of my way here, including the kitty. She's decided, no, it's time for bed, mommy. But guess what? Mama's gonna stay up for another hour. And I'm going to finish the diamond painting, and we will see how tired I am once I finish things. I might come back and update you. Otherwise, I might just wait until tomorrow, but we'll see how I feel once I finish everything. I might be riding a high though for like, oh my gosh, I finished it kind of a thing. But I feel like it's perfect timing that I managed to wrap up the diamond painting and the audiobook at the same time, which is great because I wasn't sure with how long this audiobook is. It's like 16 hours total. I was like, oh, am I gonna get it done in time? But because I listened to it while I folded laundry yesterday, and then I worked on more stuff today while listening to it on top of the diamond painting, somehow I matched it up without even trying, which is great. So I think I'm gonna stop blabbering at you because it's been a long clip, but we had things to talk about, and I feel like I haven't been talking about Eragon as much as I have about diamond painting, and I wanted this to try to be like 50-50 of both. So I'm gonna get to working on my diamond painting, and I'm gonna pick back up Eragon, and I will see you once I have finished both. Hello, happy Tuesday. So I have an update for last night. I did finish one of the two things that I said I was going to finish yesterday. So let's talk about that one first. And that is, I did finish Eragon. I had to give it 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was super interesting and intriguing how things ended. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if we were switching who the main character was moving on in the series, if Eragon would be our main person in book 2, or if we were going to switch between people. So I wasn't sure what to expect at all. We had a big battle, and our good guys won. With some heavy casualties. But it seems like there's going to be some like big training. It looks like Eragon's going to be heading to the elves to train with the elves, which is super fun. And do more Dragon Rider training. And I'm super excited for it. I did see the next book is called Eldest because I marked them all as one to read, and it has a red dragon on the cover. So I don't know if we're going to get another dragon. There's 2 dragon eggs that the king has. So I don't know if we're going to get another dragon or what. I didn't read the blurb. I just marked them as one to read. And then I saw that there's book 3 and a book 4, and one of them's called Brissinger. And there's a brown dragon, and then I think a green dragon. So, like, are these dragons actually dragons or what? Because then that means there's at least one other dragon egg out there. Unless one of them's from Saphira. Does Saphira have a baby dragon? I don't know. I'm super excited. So, 5 stars. I'm intrigued to see what happens next. I'm just super excited to dig in. I put in my hold for the next book. I have 2 libraries hooked up to my Libby account, and one of them is I put a hold into both libraries because I have my library card from the library system where I went to college that I have still kept active for ebooks and audiobooks via Libby. And then I have the library system where I'm currently at because I'm in a different county now. One of them said it was a 9-week wait for the next audiobook, and one of them said it was a 7-week wait. So we will see which one pops first. But as long as I'm not in the middle of like a book club book when my hold finally comes in from either one of them, I am ready. What I should do is as soon as I get the other one, submit, or when I see that I'm getting close to the top of the line, I should maybe hold the next book. But I don't want to get too far advanced and then have to like rush through 2 books if they both pop at similar times, because there is a lot of holds on this and I don't want to end up not being able to finish it before it's returned and then have to go back into the hold line. So I don't know. We'll see. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do there yet, but I wasn't thinking, and I didn't submit my hold for eldest until last night. So I'm excited to jump into it when it comes. I was looking at like a collection of the first 4 books. And I saw one that looked like it had a really pretty slipcover on it that had some like dragon artwork. And I was like, ooh, I like that one. So I was like, how much is it? And it wasn't bad. It was like $45. And then I looked at the reviews just to see like if I could get a better picture of what the books actually look like, because the picture was just the slipcover. And everyone was like, the picture shows a slipcover, but I just got 4 books saran wrapped together. And then they didn't even show, they were just showing like the outsides and how the books were slightly damaged. So I didn't even get to see like what covers were in the collection. And I was like, well, I would like a slipcover. So that might be something I have to keep an eye on for, but it's fine. It's fine. So yeah. 5 stars. I know I said that, but it really just swept me away. It's been a long time since I've read a straight fantasy. Probably since college, maybe slightly after college. But typically I tend to just read romance, but I was a big fantasy reader back in the day, so I am excited to be jumping back into a fantasy, and I can't wait to read more. So let's talk about my diamond painting. I got a good chunk done. It was very confetti heavy, so it was taking me longer than I expected. And then at one point, I had about 35 minutes of a cat sitting right here. And I was like, I kept moving her to the chair, and I dragged my other chair over so she could sit right next to me and I could be petting her while I was doing it. And she just didn't want to give me the time of day. So I was giving her hugs, and then I was cuddling her, and then I just left the audiobook going, and then I went and took her to the couch and gave her, like, relaxed and gave her cuddles since she was really lonely. And then I was like, okay, I kind of wanted to finish it. And then it was like 1:30 in the morning, and I was like, I think I'm just going to go to bed. So I'll show you how far I got. My plan is, because I got home not too long ago, I ate dinner and I watched the new episode of Only Murders in the Building. So I'm going to listen to the podcast recap for that and hopefully finish. I have last week's episode I never listened to the podcast to, and then I have the one that just aired. I'm super excited. I love Only Murders in the Building, and this season has been so much fun. But yeah, so let me show you how far I got. So I did cover it just in case a kitty. I mean, I put this on, and then I put my witch one on top of it, and then I put my paperweight on top of it too to keep things settled, but I wanted to cover it just because there is. So we are getting close. I mean, you can hardly tell. But there is, if I pull it this way, where you can see just the flat shine is where I have left to do. So it's mostly the middle here, and then the outside area, and most of it's the darker colors is what I have left. So yeah, there we go. You can kind of tell that there's not diamonds here where you can see the letters. So yeah, we're getting there. Just a few colors left. So far, I definitely found a lot more trash yesterday when I was working. We're up to this much trash. But still, that's not as bad as I have from some other ones. And I feel like I'm getting a lot of leftover drills, which is good to know. I will do like an updated review from Amazon where I purchased this from, just so people can see what it looks like finished, know what I thought about the quality. But this is what we have left of the background, the white background drills. And I had this one full, 2 others full, and then there was a little bit in a 4th one. So, you know, we've got a good chunk of leftover here. So yeah, I'll definitely try to take a picture of all the leftover drills too and be like, it had more than enough So yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to get things plugged in and get moving. I needed to plug my light pad in, but yeah, I'm excited to jump forward, and I will be finishing it tonight. And then I have a physical book I need to start because book club's tomorrow, but I did see that Hoopla also has it via audio. So if I need to, I can start it physically tonight, and then I can listen to the audiobook tomorrow and see how far I get. But things are just happening. But I'm super excited to get this one done. And then I do have stuff prepped so that I can do the sticker option for like these to my witch one. So I will be slightly kitting up or re-kitting up, but all I just need to do is turn my strip of paper into stickers and then stick them on there so that I don't have to worry about looking at the key when I start working on the witch one. So we'll see what happens tonight. Heck, maybe I'll get on a roll and I'll jump into the witch one tonight and I'll just pick up the audiobook anyway. We will see. But no matter what, I at least wanted to vlog doing all of this one. So I will be back once I have finished it, and we will see what it looks like completely completed. And that's super exciting. Hello. So that was it. That was the final one. That was the final color. I figured I'd film the final color and then the final one. So we are officially done. I do still need to buy a magnetic frame for it, but you know, that's fine. That's super simple. I just get them from Amazon, but it's done. The kitty face is done. I did almost think about going and getting my extra drills and making the kitty's eye green like my kitty's, but you know what? It's fine. Isn't it cute? I love that the way it turned out. I love the little spot of pink. The leaves turned out so good. The lettering is super cute and legible. I love the paw print in the A. Oh my god, isn't it so cute? Oh, it is. I love it. I love it to pieces. I'm super happy it's done. I am super excited. So that is it. And I still have like 40 minutes left in my podcast, which is crazy. So what I think I might do, I still need to de-kit, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get things cleaned up a little bit, take my final pictures, and with my leftover drills, I mean, I've got, I feel like a good chunk of leftover drills. So we've got those. We've got these. Alexa, dismiss. Let's see. I mean, it looks like I have leftover drills for every single color. So let's see. I'm just pulling them all out here. And it looks like I have like a good chunk left of a lot of them. So probably this pinkish orange here is probably the one I have the least amount left of, which is probably one of the colors I didn't get as much of in the first place because this is only used in the leaves. And one of the ones in the kitty's nose. So most of that one is just in this leaf right here and a little bit in this one. And then one of the dots in the kitty's nose. But, oh my God, I can't get over how cute it is. Look at it. Isn't it so cute? Oh, I love it. I love the way the kitty turned out. Up close, I was like, ooh, the whiskers aren't super visible. It looks a little funky. But when I hold it up and I look at it in the camera, I think it looks super cute, which means, you know, when it's hanging up on the wall and I'm looking at it from across the room, it is just gorgeous and I love it. I will seal it. So I might film the sealing for fun because I still have a little bit of time until I plan to have this vlog out. So I do already have the sealant from previous ones that I've used. So I think what I might do is I might go ahead and seal it maybe in the next day or so and then let it dry. I like to double seal it. I use... Gosh, I can't remember what it's called. It's a clear sealant. And what I like to do is I like to use like one of the painting sponges and then just do a light coating of it. And then I will come back with something like a paper towel or something and I will just lightly dab on top to take it off of the tops of the drills but allow the sealant to get in between the drills. And then I'll come back and I'll do another layer of the sealant on top of that. And then I will do a slight dabbing on it as well. I'll probably also trim the outside of it and leave. I might replace, what I might do is peel the washi tape off because like you can see some of the stuff under it here. And what I might do is get either a darker washi tape or a white washi tape and put it under it and then put the leaves back on just to kind of help hide some of the writing and stuff on it. And then I will get the magnetic frame and then just attach that on it. And I'm super excited. So I think I'm going to leave it as is tonight and take my final picture. And then what I might do is while I have the rest of the podcast going, I might work on getting my stickers set up on my witch and then focus on doing my witch next. So what I might do, because I finished Eragon and I finished this one and I don't want this vlog to be as long as some of my weekly vlogs, which is pushing 2 hours, I might film and post me finishing the witch. So let me know down below if you'd like to see another Drills and Chills vlog, or I might pick up another Halloween one to do a new one for actually Drills and Chills that would fit the qualifications to like enter in for the prizes and stuff. I definitely want to finish the witch one though, because as I've said multiple times, I started this one for Drills and Chills 2020, so I definitely want to finish the witch. Maybe before the end of September, or at least sometime before the end of Drills and Chills. And then maybe I'll pick up another Halloween one. Maybe I'll do one of the Halloween coasters, or I don't know. I still haven't purchased something. But it would be nice to get something else that would qualify for the grand prize for sure as well. I might get one of the Michael's Halloween ones. We'll see. I don't know 100% sure yet, but yeah, let me know down below if you are interested in another either not even just Drills and Chills, but crafting vlog. I have a lot of crocheting and diamond painting that I have coming up for some end of the year birthdays and all of my Christmas gifts. So my plan is to work on those and start chugging along on some audiobooks when I don't have podcasts and things. So I also have hockey coming back though, so I would also have a lot of that. Or I might just keep it into my weekly vlogs and just update you when I have finished items. But just let me know, because I definitely am a big crafter as well as reader. And if you're interested in seeing some more craft-based videos, definitely let me know. Or or if you'd just like to see another Drills and Chills vlog part 2 or something like that. But I think, you know what? I'm acting like I'm wrapping this up, but you know, I will show you the sealing or what it looks like after I seal it. We'll see what I end up doing, but I will show you what it looks like after I've sealed it and whatever I decide to do with the washi tape outskirts. And then we'll see when I can get a frame ordered, but I'd like to order it right away. So maybe I'll try to do that tonight, but we'll see how long it takes. But yeah, so I'm going to stop there and get things set up to take a picture and get my stickers onto my witch kit. And then I can kind of wrap things up tonight and then get to some physical reading before I get to bed. So I will see you very shortly with the like final finishing touches on my fall kitty. Hello, so we are back again. So it is Thursday evening and I had to dig out all of my stuff to seal it, but I figured I'd just kind of go over the way I like to seal it. It's pretty common, I feel like, but I have a straightener here, and so I just like to kind of do one more run through, just hitting the outsides, getting them all just nice and as straight as can be. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but you know what? That's part of the thing of diamond painting. Especially with a round drill like this, but it's all good. I just like to do one last press. Alright. And along the ends. Oop. Last little chunk here. Okay. And one more good press with the roller here. And I like to go in each of the two different, or I guess technically 4, but I just go the 2 main directions. And I'm not like pressing too hard, but I am putting some weight down on it, just to make sure we've got no other pops. Then when I did that, one of these orange ones kind of popped out over here a little bit. That looks a lot better. Okay, I think it's pretty good. So now comes the fun part. So I use the Min-Max Polycrylic. I just got this at Walmart. It was just a few bucks. This is the water-based crystal clear finish in the clear gloss. And I mixed it up. I have a paint stirrer and all that, and I have my little Mod Podge brush. This is my favorite brush because it's very thin. It's got a lot of bristles, and it's my favorite to do this. So I just like to carefully, just not very much, as you can tell, just a touch, and you just go little by little, and then I wipe off the one side, and then I flip it. And then instead of flipping it over, I just stay on the side that I scraped. And then I just kind of lightly dab and put what I can down until it seems like it's pretty good. And then I'll flip it once the other side seems a little dry. And I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of pools a little bit in the corners between all of the drills, especially with a round drill. But that is perfectly fine. Alrighty. So on this first round of pass that I'm doing, I'm mostly trying to get the polyacrylic liquid in between the drills here. So as you can see, I mean, it doesn't take too much. That should be maybe one more and we'll go the opposite direction. But I like to, on this first pass, go the exact same direction all the way through. I don't know if you can tell, but it is like pooling a little bit between the drills here. But that is a-okay. That's kind of what we want. And it's slowly spreading. So I'm going to keep going on this first pass, and then we will touch base after I finish this first one. Okay, so I got the first pass done here. Didn't realize I kind of moved out of frame here. Let me adjust that slightly. There we go. Okay, so first pass I did all going top to bottom in the same direction. So now what I like to do, you don't have to do this. This stuff has a pretty good shine to it with the clear gloss. But I like to just kind of not take as much shine as I can away from the drills. So I just have a folded up paper towel and I'm just going to lightly dab it on the top. I'm trying, you don't want it to get down between the cracks and suck up any of that, but I just want to try to clear off the top of the drills so that they don't end up with two coats of the sealant on it. I want to make sure that they stay as shiny as possible as they are manufactured. And I'm going to fold it the opposite direction here. And it's basically just going to take the excess off the top of the drills so that the faces don't get quite as covered as the base. And I can already feel it's slightly tacky. It's starting to dry. This stuff dries super quick, which is really great because you don't have to wait like a billion years to hang up your piece once you seal it. I still like to leave it sit for a little bit, but that is a-okay. There is a cat hair here. Okay, so this is, I don't know if you can see the shine on it. So it did take some off, but it's not a lot, like I said. Okay, so I will just set that aside. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit for a few moments just to kind of soak in a little bit more, get a little bit more set up. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to recoat it going this direction. However, what I might do is I might start going diagonal as well. We'll see. I typically prefer to just do 2 coats. I haven't had any problems with any that I have gifted. Most of the diamond paintings I've done, I've ended up gifting. So this is like the first one that I have completed for myself. But for the ones I have gifted, I have done 2 coats and they've held up beautifully and no popping drills. As far as I know, I did text a couple of them and was like, hey, have you lost any drills? And they were like, no, not that we can see. So there could be one missing, but I'm going to say there's not, and that this sealing has worked pretty good for this. So we will see. Let me see what this says. It's been a while since I've used it. Yeah, this says to let it dry at least 2 hours when you're using it on wood. This is not wood. We don't have to let it soak in 100% to wood. So I'm just going to kind of leave this just for like maybe 10-15 minutes. And then I will come back and do the other direction. So I will be back shortly. Okay, so I have my second coat on. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see a little bit of the liquid in spot, especially where the darker colors are. But I went through, dabbed the top again, as you saw, and I have everything kind of ready to dry. So I'm going to place this up high, just in case the kitty decides she wants to play on the table, and let this dry. Like I said, the directions say 2 hours. I like to always just leave it overnight, 24 hours, and then take a look and see if there is like obviously a spot I missed. There shouldn't be. I did go through and hit it diagonally and then go back up and down just to kind of help spread the pooling of the liquid, which you definitely see a lot more on the second one because the cavities between the drills are more full from the first coat. So you see more pooling, so I wanted to make sure I didn't add any more on the final brush through just to kind of coat it as best as I could everywhere. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I can see it. Like you saw, the mixture is kind of that milky white color, but it does dry clear, I swear. So yeah, we will come back tomorrow. Once I get it done up, I'll probably trim it and then slide it on my magnetic frame, which should also be here tomorrow. I ordered it, so it should come tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, we will touch base once this is drying and I got the frame, and we will wrap this vlog up and finish it up. So I will see you hopefully tomorrow, if not early Saturday morning, to put the final touches on it. Hello, happy Friday evening. Yeah, so it is just about 8:30 and I just wrapped up the diamond painting. I have finally finished it. I ended up doing an extra run tonight after work. And after I got home. I was like, just out shortly after 7, I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to go to Walmart real quick. It's right next door. And I ended up buying some white masking tape. This is in the craft section if you're looking for it. There was a bunch of different colors, but my issue was the washi tape that I had around is slightly transparent. And so you could still see like the legend and the different directions and printing on the canvas through the washi tape. And I was looking, and some people were painting, and I was like, maybe I'll just get some white duct tape or something like that. Something that would grip the canvas a little bit better, but also would allow a little bit more grip for the washi paper. And then when I was there, I was like, I'm gonna go look in the crafts section, and I found a bunch of different masking tapes. So I got the white masking tape. In some of the darker areas, I ended up doing 2 rows of masking tape, but I did one all the way around after I peeled the old washi paper off, or washi tape off. And then I did just cut strips where I needed to and added it over the darker areas, like where the legend was and stuff. And that seemed to be, I just needed the 2. And then I redid my fall leaf washi tape around it. And then I pulled out my cutting mat, which you're currently sitting on. But I pulled out my quilting cutting mat, but I was like, I'm going to just use it here. And now that I lift it up, and I couldn't find my like big ruler, my nice quilting sewing ruler, so I just grabbed my a little plastic ruler I have, and then I just trimmed it at where the washi tape ended. So here is our finished. So as you can see, you cannot see anything behind underneath the washi tape. So it is all, I tried to cut it as nice and as pretty as I could. It's not 100% perfect, but you know what? That's how you can tell it's homemade, right? So, but what I'm really liking about the masking tape is it also made the edge. So we've got the canvas, and then we've got the washi tape, and then we've got the masking tape. And then where I needed to double it, so if I flip it over here, you can see here is where the legend is printed on the bottom. And you can't, like, you can kind of see it because I'm holding it up to the light. I've got a light on me, and you can kind of see it just a touch, but with the light off, when I set it down on the table, I cannot see it through there. So once it's up against the wall, you won't be able to see it. I can only see it when I have it up to the light and I can see through the canvas. But I really like the extra thickness that the masking tape gave it. Especially in the spots where it's double. It just makes the canvas feel a little bit sturdier where there isn't drills. So I'm pretty happy, and I like the way that it ended up turning out. I pulled out all of my solid washi tapes. And I debated just doing like the red or the orange or even the yellow on it. And I was like, no, I want the fall leaves. I want the pretty one. I won't have to worry about it as much with my witch here because it has the solid black glitter washi tape. Also, I did do more. I finally started it. So I did this square last night just for fun while I was waiting for this to dry between coats and stuff. But anyway, I have officially restarted that one. So then the last thing I need to do is put it on. I got a 2-pack. I don't know what size. I got a smaller size unintentionally, but it's like I knew I wanted a smaller one. I didn't want one 100% the size of this because I wanted to make sure that I could use it in different settings. If I need to, if I have a really long canvas that I'd like to hang up, I can use 2 of them at once. Like I said, I got a 2-pack and I got the black wood because I feel like the black will go with most things. And then here is the top part, and it's magnetic, which is super great. So I was going to pop that on for you. And then this is the one that goes on the bottom to help kind of weight it down a little bit. So I like to do the one that has the string in the back. So we will try to center this. Actually, you know what? Let me just measure it just to be fun. All right, so we're at just under 11 inches. And these, in case you were wondering, are 8 inches wide. So, so I want to put it like 1.5 inches in. So let us just take a look, 1.5 inches. So that's about where I want it. I'm not trying to be, like, I'm trying to make it look obviously centered, but I'm trying not to completely overdo it. And then we'll just pop that on. All right, and then I'll pop it so that this top one is up against the drills. I don't want it over the drills because I want it to completely grab. So there we go. That is how it looks. So then it will hang up and you can still see the washi tape at the corners, which is super good. And then these are, in case you were wondering, so they're 8 inches long. We're just under 3/4 of an inch in width. And then the depth in these is about just over 1/2 inch. So not too bad, not too bad at all. So now we will put it on the bottom as well. And I'm just gonna measure it again and put it at about 1.5 inches. Not looking for it to be perfect, but at least then we can kind of get an idea of where center is approximately. I might take the bottom one off. We'll see how I feel. But it just kind of makes it look a little bit more finished. And like you have like one of those open kind of frames, but here is it with the bottom on. So hanging it up. There we go. So it is officially done. I put up a hook using command strips on the wall behind you. So on my wall over here, which is the wall, it's just it's about the width of my table, but it's basically the wall where my coat closet is. And then there's a cubby hole over here. So I'm going to let the hook sit up for a little bit more. I like to let command hook sit on the wall for like an hour or two before I hang anything on it, just to make sure it adheres, especially with the issues that I've been having with hooks in my apartment. They painted before I moved in, and I feel like they painted very last minute. So I have had quite a few hooks come off the wall and just peel where the new paint is. So when it comes off, the old paint is underneath. It's just like taking off the new paint because it didn't like cure completely, which is slightly annoying. I've had to readjust quite a few hooks, and I'm just like, I've never had problems with command strips before, but it just didn't work. I've even had stuff like I had a cord for my headlamp on my bed, for like my reading light that I have clipped onto my headboard. The cord was just laying along the top of the headboard, and in one spot it was up against the wall, and it like adhered to the wall. So when I had to move it recently, it like popped off the fresh paint on and that, and it was just a cord leaning up against the wall. It wasn't like smushed against it or anything else. And I was just like, what in the heck? But it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, if you look really closely, you can tell. I don't know if you can. Maybe, let's see. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see a little bit that there is something in between the drills. It's a little bit more shiny in between the drills than on the drills themselves. And that is that coating. When you're looking at it, you can tell that there's like something there. It's thicker in some spots, but from a distance, it doesn't obviously look like it's been coated. And I did, swipe down the top, so the drills are still perfectly shiny. They still look really great. That gloss, I really, really highly recommend. In case you wanted, I will link the acrylic, polyacrylic that I use down below. And then I'll also link the magnetic frames that I bought down below as well. I don't think I had anything else I needed to link. I will do the diamond painting, which I think I said all the way back at the beginning. Oh my gosh. But I think that's all I have for you. So thank you so much for watching and joining me on this journey. I know I said this in a couple clips ago, but if you are interested in more vlogs like this, just crafty based videos, if you're just interested to hear me just talk about crafts and not also make it about books, let me know, or more vlogs like this. I definitely had a lot of fun. I need to pick my next audiobook that I can listen to. I've been mostly doing podcasts, but I definitely want to pick an audiobook for this weekend and work a little bit more on my witch. I'm hoping to get 2 of the 4 squares done, but I will post at least the final picture on my Instagram, so check out my link tree. I have everything linked down below. But yeah, let me know if you're into crafts, if you enjoyed this video, if you're interested in seeing more crafty videos. I mostly do diamond painting, crocheting, and then plastic canvas is something else I really enjoy, but I haven't done in a while. But yeah, just let me know. And if you're a crafter as well, because I feel like there is a pretty large community in the booktube community who's also crafters, which is super great that we all have very similar hobbies. But I'll stop rambling at you finally. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more of my videos and be notified when I post them. But otherwise, have a lovely morning, day, evening, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you all soon.